Hello and welcome to this short demonstration on storyboarding, your Blackboard course. When we went online last year in March, April, I think we kind of put our hybrid course, if you had a hybrid course or maybe strictly in class, online. And you got the content up there and the students got through the content. But now we have a bit more luxury of time so we can reflect more on the course, and so we have a balance. So I want to show you a very easy approach that I've tried in March and April. It really worked well, and I've elaborated uh, on that process of storyboarding using a couple of tools, and I've enhanced that. So I'll show you a little bit here and a few tools that you can use. So the first one is Miro, Miro.com. Of course, you can use pencil and paper. It works okay, but this is a much less erasing. And so as you can see from Miro, it's a 13-week course here. This is my course. I've got it broken down into 3 different distinct parts. Each part has 4 weeks. 4 weeks and in the part there. And so how do I see that as a whole? I mean, you can click on the little file folder up here and you can see your whole course as it comes up there. So you can branch out and see everything at a glance. But it still didn't give me enough broad vision about what the whole course looked at. If I wanted to add something or take something or shuffle something around, where I could put it easily. So I was using Miro to design the course. This is based on, initially it was the ADDIE design. Now I'm using the SAM model of design. The ADDIE design, first you analyze, which is the curriculum, which is going to be the department that's going to do that primarily. But this is the design stage of ADDIE. ADDIE, you design the whole course, you run it through, and then you redesign it again for the second iteration. I'm using the SAM because it's a little more granular. You can use one objective, one course outcome, see how that works, go back, design the other one, make a little adjustment along the way. It's a lot more adaptive, so you might want to look into the SAM model of design. But that's basically what this is on. I'm not going to get to any detail on that. I just want to show you using Miro. So it's just a simple timeline, and I can put everything's color coded, activity, review. You can see over here, readings, put everything in a sequential format, and then by week. And by week 2, I've got my synchronous component up here with the blue. These are synchronous weeks, and holiday, and then everything wraps up kind of front loaded, of course, just like typical courses are. And it's all backward designed for learning. So I've got my course outcomes over here, always keeping those in mind. And then I also just make sure I'm catching all the skills that are required and that are in the course objectives and outcomes. And so I'm just having a final instructional how-to video or podcast. That's what they have to create. And these are the skills that they require to write a draft essay that they will convert into an instructional video, and a lot of soft skills they would have to do to get there, and then some physical environments and some peer review to check their work. All these things have to be incorporated into my course there. So this is a great way of storyboarding, and then you can get a little more elaborate there using Trello. Maybe perhaps you're familiar with Trello, and Trello, I can go a step further. I have labeled, as you can see, same idea. I just took these different lines here, different weeks, converted them over to color coded them. And if you click on the color, you can see, okay, these are engaging with content, simply engaging with content. It's an activity, non-graded, teaching them an app, non-graded activity, and an action is something that a couple of instructors said that they usually send out notifications halfway through or around here. So a mental health check-in and a reminder for cohorts to they have groups to work in, so you can send little action items and put those notes in there as you go through. And the good thing about that, I put the objectives here, the course outcomes, and I've labeled them to make sure that they're everything has solid course outcomes. And you can just shuffle them up beside, make sure that these ones align quite nicely as you're designing. You can move it around. And if you fall behind, maybe I can't introduce this particular app here, I'm just going to move it over to week 8, and we can do that on week 8. So yeah, a lot of flexibility here. And then you can also put your notes. You have your, like, Trello is great for adding notes. So and even worksheets that you can put together. So once you have this design built, then you can start developing your course. You can see if everything's it's got a good structure to it. It's got a nice layout to it. Front loaded. If anything's a little bit heavy, have a double look at the double check, and you can move that one over. Maybe this one's could be moved over here. And yeah, that would be about it. Again, they're color coded up here, and they got the red for synchronous sessions. Every second week is a synchronous session. So yeah, well, that's the overview of two tools. You have Miro.com and Trello.com, two wonderful tools to storyboard your course before you start developing. And you can also go with collaborators and share it. Yeah, so if you have any questions, yeah, just post them in the chat there or in the comment section, and give me a like, and I'll make some more videos like this based on this topic. So thanks again for your time. Bye bye.